Does AI need Web3 to succeed, or vice versa? Does Web3 need AI to succeed?
I'll use a different word than succeed. Maybe like we have to think about different outcomes, right? Because I'm sure some centralized authority that manages these massive models and they basically control the world would think that they're succeeding when the rest of the
Mhm.
world is not too happy about it, right? I think what Web3 enables is the decentralization and democratization of these AI models. One of the things that I wanted to test out was actually an AI model as a public good that lives on the blockchain. And so every time you interact with it, it gets better. And specifically, I was gonna implement something like a smart routing algorithm to route to different decentralized exchanges to be able to kind of minimize slippage and trading fees and stuff like that. And you can imagine that every time you route a trade through there, it's accumulating this data and it's basically getting smarter each and each time. And it's this thing that anyone can interact with, and it doesn't belong to anybody. It just lives in the smart contract and it'll kind of serve the public good. And I think that's like super cool. Versus you can imagine some bank like owning this and they're going to charge a spread on this and
Mhm.
they're going to basically monopolize this. And so I think it'd be really cool if people start developing these smart contracts with these intelligent beings like living in there to kind of like help out the public in various different areas. I think that'd be super cool.
And just one extra thing, if you think about code, it can be copy and pasted, right? And so if you want to transfer code to somebody else, if I'm selling you a model that maybe helps your business run more efficiently or that you demand, how do you know that I'm not selling it to somebody else and copying and pasting it? How do you know that it's that I worked on this model myself in the first place and I didn't just steal it? This can all be wrapped and containerized in the Web3 layer, and it enables the transaction of intellectual property, which is right now technologically impossible without having a centralized intermediary, or if you really trust me.
Interesting. So, okay, you're talking wrapping AI and basically tracking who's going to use this code or who's going to use this model or this algorithm, or it could also be a means of selling it. So there's AI in terms of trading, which I think we've all heard of that, the algos that are going to trade and, there's we've that's been around for a long time. But the way that you're talking about using Web3 and how that's going to intersect is actually wrapping your code or wrapping that AI model in an NFT or something. And that's how you're going to use this as a way to track it or sell it or do whatever you want with it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. And once you build out the infrastructure on that, which is what we're trying to do, it's really from there. Who knows what people are going to spur up, how they're going to interact, how they're going to coordinate behavior through the incentives at the protocol. It's just something that literally cannot be done in Web 2 yet. That it needs if you want the permissionless exchange of AI code and models and whatnot. It
Right.
just makes it more efficient.